Let's explore the fascinating world of biology together. I'll guide you through an interactive lecture, and by the end of it, you'll have a deeper understanding of the subject. Lecture title: Exploring the Hierarchy of Life. Module 1, Introduction to Biology. You're becoming involved with biology during its most exciting era. Scientists are working together to solve complex puzzles, and we're making progress in understanding how life works. Question: what do you think is the most fascinating aspect of biology? A. The diversity of life on Earth. B. The complexity of the human body. C. The way organisms interact with their environment. D. The discovery of new species. You're fascinated by the way organisms interact with their environment. That's a great choice. Module 2, Ecosystems. An ecosystem consists of all the living things in a particular area, along with non-living components like soil, water, and air. Think of a forest, a coral reef, or even your backyard. Interactive scenario. Imagine you're in a deciduous forest. What would you expect to find? A. Only trees and no other living things. B. A variety of plants, animals, and microorganisms. C. A dry, desert-like environment. D. A frozen, barren landscape. Fun fact: did you know that the roots of trees in a forest can interact with fungi and bacteria in the soil, helping to exchange nutrients? You're absolutely right. A deciduous forest would indeed have a variety of plants, animals, and microorganisms. Module 3, Levels of Biological Organization. Let's explore the hierarchy of life from the smallest to the largest. 1. Molecules, the building blocks of life. 2. Cells, the basic units of life. 3. Tissues, groups of similar cells. 4. Organs, structures made of multiple tissues. 5. Organisms, individual living things. 6. Populations, groups of organisms of the same species. 7. Communities, different species interacting with each other. 8. Ecosystems, communities interacting with their environment. Interactive question: which level of organization includes all the others? A. Cell. B. Organism. C. Ecosystem. D. Community. Did you know? The human body is made up of approximately 372 trillion cells. You're correct, an ecosystem includes all the other levels of organization, from molecules to organisms, and shows how they interact with each other and their environment. Module 4, Cells. Cells are the basic units of life, and they can be specialized to perform specific functions. Think of cells like tiny factories, each with their own job to do. Interactive scenario. Imagine you're looking at a cell through a microscope. You notice that it has a nucleus and membrane-bound organelles. What type of cell is this? A. Prokaryotic cell. B. Eukaryotic cell. C. Mitochondria. D. Chloroplast. Fun fact: the human brain is estimated to contain around 86 billion neurons, each with its own unique function. The cell you're describing is a eukaryotic cell. Eukaryotic cells have a nucleus and membrane-bound organelles, which allow them to perform complex functions. Module 5, DNA and Genetics. DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, is the molecule that contains the genetic instructions for all living organisms. It's like a blueprint or a set of instructions that tells our cells what to do. Interactive question: what is the role of DNA in a cell? A. To provide energy for the cell. B. To store genetic information. C. To build proteins. D. To regulate cell growth. Did you know? The DNA in a single human cell, if unwound and stretched out, would be about 2 meters, 6 feet long. You're absolutely right. DNA's primary role is to store genetic information. It's like a library of instructions that tells our cells what to do and how to function. Module 6, Energy Conversion. Living organisms need energy to survive. Energy can be converted from one form to another, but it can't be created or destroyed. Interactive scenario. Imagine a plant using sunlight to produce glucose through photosynthesis. What type of energy conversion is happening here? A. Chemical energy. Light energy. B. Light energy. Chemical energy. C. Kinetic energy. Potential energy. D. Thermal energy. Electrical energy. Fun fact: plants are incredibly efficient at converting sunlight into energy. They're like the ultimate solar panels. You're correct again. The correct answer is indeed B. Light energy, chemical energy. During photosynthesis, plants convert light energy from the sun into chemical energy stored in glucose. Module 7, Review Time. You've made it to the final module. Let's review some key concepts. 1. Biology, the study of life and living organisms. 2. Ecosystems, communities of living and non-living things interacting with each other. 3. Cells, the basic units of life, specialized to perform specific functions. 4. DNA, the molecule that stores genetic information. 5. Energy conversion, the process of converting energy from one form to another. Final question. What do you think is the most important thing you've learned about biology so far? A. The complexity of ecosystems. B. The structure and function of cells. C. The role of DNA in genetics. D. The importance of energy conversion. You've reflected on what you've learned, and the complexity of ecosystems stands out to you. Ecosystems are indeed fascinating, with their intricate web of relationships between living and non-living components. Congratulations! You've completed our interactive lecture on the hierarchy of life. You've demonstrated a solid understanding of biology's fundamental concepts. And thank you for joining me on this educational adventure.